How y'all doing? It's Silvertooth here for another video. Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready for some crypto talk? We're going to get into it with an analogy from the get-go here. What do you think of when you think of weathermen? You think they're wrong more than they're right. How can you be so wrong at your job, get this wrong all the time, and still be listened to, still have your job? And when I think of a weatherman, I think of crypto cheerleaders. I think of crypto Twitter. I think of the perma bears and the perma bulls, because we need to extrapolate a plan for this year. We need to extrapolate a plan for next year, but we need to do it on a bigger scale. That's where the weathermen are wrong, yes, but spring, summer, winter, fall. I live in Illinois. I can deduce that it's probably in January and February going to be around freezing. And probably in July, there's going to be green trees on outdoors that I can go see. So no matter what the weatherman says, I'm seeing the bigger pattern and the bigger picture here. And that's what we're trying to do in the crypto game. We're trying to look at the bigger picture of seasons. So the weatherman may be wrong. He said it was going to be 70 today, but it only got up to 50 and it lightly flurried, right? Damn him, I shouldn't have listened to him. But if I looked at the almanac, if I looked at the daily, hey, what's it been on this day for the last 50 years, we can put that together and get a better picture of where we're going, okay? And we're going to do that in crypto, and we're going to do that right now, okay? So this is the crypto chart of Bitcoin. What do you see? I see one spike, two spike, three spike. And there was another spike back here that the further you go out, the smaller those spikes look. Although it was life-changing. These were seasons. These were summertime. We're in the pool. Summertime. We're golfing at, summertime. And then the lows there, the in-between, that's wintertime. So where are we going right now? Well, you can see that 1, 2, 3, and we're going down right now. We've broken the parabola, as they say. We're trending down. Some of the most, what's his name? He said that, I'm trying to think of the quote here, but I'm not going to get it. He said, the only thing you need to know is where the market is moving. This is Buffett or one of the big ones. He said, if it's been trending down and it's been trending down and it's been trending down, I don't want to mess with it until it's trending up. I want the gains. I don't want the losses. And you're seeing here that we're trending down. You're also seeing that we've done 2 drops from the top. Uno, dos, 2. And statistically, when you go back through those, we do 5 drops, which means that we're not there in capitulation. Statistically, Bitcoin's bottomed out at an 85% drop, an 80% drop, and a 75% drop. 80, 75, 70. So where are we going this time? We're going to that 70%. It's 85, 80, 75, and next is going to be 70. 70% drop in crypto means that Bitcoin would have to hit that 30 to 45,000 range, get a spike in that area to complete this cycle so that we may go up for yet another lag. It's a correction. It's a comeback. It's a let's bring this back. Karma-wise, you had some highs, we're going to get some lows, but don't worry, we're going to get some more highs. I'm very bullish on the future, okay? We've got to look at this 2 ways. You can see right here that we dipped down greatly, but then dipped up. So that is the worst case scenario, not the best case scenario, okay? So we only have 2 ways to go. We're either going to go down or we're going to go up. And where are we going to go in the next 6 months. Historically, what has the weatherman told us? Historically, the weatherman is wrong, but the seasons dictate that right now through April we'll get a rise and then a sell-off. Statistically, that's what's happened. We are going down all of this year, 2026, but there are going to be some bottom points that you need to catch, some bottom points that you need to look. So there's another chart that we need to look at greatly. This is Bitcoin to altcoin price. See that? Spike up and then level out. Level out. This is Bitcoin to altcoin, meaning that I believe there's going to be an altcoin season in here that's going to spike up to the next level. I don't believe it would go down to here. If it goes down to here, all altcoins are dead. It's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. So I think there's two plans here. We can plan on, hey, it is coming up on April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 6-month range. What did I say? October, I think we're going to have a low. Okay. So, which is why I said my game plan is to put $100 a week into crypto, into altcoins, waiting for that season. Okay. And then $100 into USDC while I wait for the bottom. This is my weekly plan for the next 20 weeks. $100 in crypto and altcoins, and then $100. I'm hedging my bets is what I'm doing. We're either going to have an altcoin season now, or it's going to be in the future, period. It's going to come back. It's going to come back because there are so many projects that are given government recognition, getting all the kudos, but haven't had that snapback yet. So let's go back to this chart here. What if we double top, like right here? Zoom in on that. What if we do this right now? What if we're right here, Silvertooth, and we're going to go up to there, and at the end of the year, we're going to be laughing at you because Bitcoin went from 70,000 back to almost all-time highs. But it's not gonna. It's not gonna go above all-time highs. And I'm telling you, it may go right up to the edge. It may hit 126,000 again. But it's got to go down to that 24,000 or 30,000 to 45,000 before it goes back up. It has to retest. It has to. Summer, winter, spring, fall. You don't expect snow in the summer. It may happen, but statistically, you're going to wear shorts in the summer and a coat in the winter, right? It has to go back down to that. So we're just hedging our bets here because if we have a run like that or a double top, that is us going into the positive. So we're going to do the positive and then we're going to do the negative. If we go into the positive and we have that raise up, and let's say Ethereum goes to 5,000, 6,000 again, that's going to raise all those alts. That gives me a chance to then take that out. Let's say I put $100 into BSV and we've had such a run up until Christmas that BSV goes from $14, which it is today, to $200. I'm going to cash that out and I'm going to put that into a stable coin. I'm going to hold that because I already have my stable coin stockpile going on for a low. When we hit that 50% capitulation rate, every time that we've done this, every time 1, 2, 3, 4, every time that we've done this, we had an ending of the season with a 50% capitulation. Every time. A big sell-off at the end that says all are out. The season is over. We've gone down 2 legs in Bitcoin. Statistically, we go down 3 to 5. So we know that in the future, we're hedging our bets that it is going to go lower and then we can come in with all that allocated money, all of that stable coin into the Bitcoin Ethereum. We can come in at a lower price and we know that. But when we look at alts, Damn, a lot of them are down 98%, 99.7%. Do you really think it's going to go much lower? And there's a great chance that the alts will pump before they get pulled back so they don't get demolished. Meaning that if something is $1, it may go up to $5 just so it can go pull back. When Bitcoin goes down, everything goes in waves. When Bitcoin gets pulled down, you can't have a 97% reduction in an altcoin and then get a 99% reduction in that same altcoin. If you do, it'll crush it. It'll probably leave the market. The trading volume will go down. This is how altcoins die. So we're betting that it's going to go up and then it's going to go down again, meaning that the altcoins are going to go up in the next 6 months due to Bitcoin. That's the best case scenario. Due to Bitcoin going up, the altcoins go up too. And then we're going to cash out. We're going to look for that top, cash out, and go into a stable coin. After we go into a stable coin, we're just going to sit there till that 50% correction. We're not putting any money in the market until the season is over. Like Warren Buffett or whoever said that you don't buy when it's going down, you buy when it's going up, because objects in motion tend to stay in motion, meaning that if it's been going down, going down, going down, why would I want to put into it when it might go down 3 levels more and I lost half my value? Right? So we're hedging our bets here that we are both in the bull and the bear. We are in the bull, okay, because I have altcoins, meaning that if I put $1 into something, it goes up to $2. I extract that, it goes into a stable coin, and we're still waiting for that correction. Because there's 2 ways that it has done this. It has done it right there where we got hosed, where if you were in that at that time, let's zoom that in. If you were in that at the time and you were on that double leg, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You're thinking this time is different. The season is over, but we didn't get that correction yet. But somehow I think that it's going to skip what it's done the last 4 times. I'm betting against long-term seasons. I'm betting against I should wear shorts in January. I shouldn't. Statistically, it said, hey, bring a coat, dude. So we're getting ready for that. Bring a coat, meaning that we're going to put all of those stable coins that we have into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, and we're going to try to pin that bottom down. But we're playing games with the alts on the side. Why is that? Because if they do a run, we can actually build our pot up before the downfall. If we're wrong, if Digibyte is 0.004 right now, if we're wrong and it goes down to 2, it doesn't matter. 0.002, it doesn't matter because it was following that seasonal path anyway. And when we're in summer, we're in freaking summer, meaning that it's going to rise again. So you may buy it at 0.004 and oops, we were wrong and it went down to 0.002. But statistically, it's been as high as like 17 cents, 0.17. So if we get any bit of that back in the meantime, we can extrapolate that and we can put that into a stable coin. So if we don't, we're going to write that down from 0.004 to 0.002 and up, because we can either have an early summer or a late summer. Think of Groundhog's Day, meaning that it could rise. It could do 1 of 2 things right now. We could go down 3 legs lower. This would be the best one. We could go down 3 legs lower right now over the next 6 months and be bears and bears and bears and hit that $35,000, $45,000 range. Get that Bitcoin 70% drop that we needed for the season to be over and to get all the bulls out and say, I give up, I lost my house, I lost everything. That's before we come up. So we could either do that or we could rise for the next 6 months for a see, I told you so, this time it's different, and then you get screwed over. So you don't want to be in that "see, I told you so," because that only lasts for a few months. We're going up, I'm rich. Go. I'm rich. And then you get screwed. All right. So we're in a bear market. We know we're in a bear market. We know we've broken the parabola. We've gone down 2 steps. We've had a 50% correction. Statistically, we've had 85, 80, 75. And I think the next one is going to be 70, 45,000 range. We haven't hit that. So we know that the season's not over. We know that the reset's not here. And I would be afraid if we went up and didn't have that reset, that we were going to have a larger reset in the future. So you've got to be real careful there what you wish. So if we go up from now until October and then we have the correction down, the market's over. The market, we go down to 45. I put all my ETH and Bitcoin money and put that in. I take in any money that I made on altcoins. If I didn't make any money on altcoins, we're letting them ride. They're a $100 bet. I put $100 into Digibyte. I look at it tomorrow, it's 102. I don't give a shit. I look at it 6 months from now and it's 4,000. I'm going to take some of that money out for the next run to put into Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. So I hope you're getting me here. So we're going to either have a run up or we're going to have a run down, and we're planning for both of those. Run up, I cash out on the alts and I go into a stable coin, and I'm waiting for that run down, and then I put in all that money. If we just go 2 legs down and I lose money on the stable coins, my $100 went down to $55. I just let that ride till the next season, till 2027, the end of it. Statistically, we go down in 2026 and we go up in 2027. But like I said, there's 2 caveats. We retest too later on. We retest, meaning that we could go up right now to 100K. You all say, you're wrong. See, the bear market's over. You were wrong. You should have been in. And I'm going to profit off those altcoins. And if not, I'm just waiting for that ride down, because it's going to go up, do the correction, and then 2027 divide it. We statistically go up all of 2027, but there's going to be that one point in 2027 that we go up and we hit the correction, our last correction of the bear cycle will be in 2027. So I think there's 2 come up chances here. One in 2026 in the next 6 months on altcoins, and one in 2027 on the full bag, meaning that you sold out of the altcoins or you're holding the altcoins and your Bitcoin bag is strong and your ETH bag is strong. That's what I'm counting on. That's the seasonal. What have we done statistically in this year? What have we done statistically in this year? And we're just following that, looking at the 2 outcomes. Either we go higher and I profit off all coins, or we go lower and I'm not into it much. I'm just into some altcoins and I have my bag here. And I can buy in when we go lower. I can buy in. But I know there's a percentage that we need to hit. Somewhere in 2026 or 2027, we're going to hit at least 45,000 Bitcoin. That's where you know it. You know that in the summer, in the middle of July, it's going to be 90 degrees. Don't bring the freaking coat, right? It's going to be 90 degrees. You want to plan for that, knowing where the seasons were in the past. So we're looking at this seasonally and looking at charts and saying this is the history of it. This is the almanac of Bitcoin. It's gone here. We're just going to follow the last seasons, and we're not going to plant our crops in the winter, for fuck's sake. I tried not to curse. I'm trying to keep it down. But we're not going to plant our seeds outside in July 1st and expect them to grow tomato plants. Right? And that's where we are in the cycle right now. That's where we are in the season right now. We may get the fake out to crush more people, depending on how many people are still bullish. When your chart's done that, bud, that's a retraction. That's a capitulation. And that, going back through history, has done it 4 times. We know what season we're in. So keep that in mind. That's why I'm investing in altcoins and then half into Bitcoin and ETH on the side, meaning that sometime in December, October to December, I expect a sell-off. And I expect a sell-off at the end of the year for tax reasons too, if we're into profit and anything. So even if we go up, we may have the tax season pullback where people say, I'm going to take profits or I'm going to show loss. I'm going to sell here and write this off as a loss, whatever it is, to implement that. So that's why we have wild swings, usually October, November, December. And we're playing that out. So I buy $100 in Digibyte. It's 0.004, which means I get 25,000 Digibyte, right? So I'm going down on the list here. I've got 20 coins that I'm going to be buying over the next 20 weeks. Okay, so we're going with the lowest one and working our way up because it has the most to gain. The market cap is the most to gain, where it's a 270 coin. Statistically, it's been in the top 10. Statistically, it will go back up. Statistically, I could extract all that on the way up and then put it into waiting for that drop. So we're going to play the altcoin profit. I'm just like a repeat. It's a 20-minute video, but you've watched this 4 times. You know, I'm hoping you're getting this through to your head. We're going to win if it goes up. We're going to hold if it goes sideways. And if it goes down, we're going to also buy in. So say Bitcoin drops down to 44,000. I put all my money into ETH and Bitcoin. I don't even look at the ETH price. But when Bitcoin hits that bottom, 44,000, I'm just going to put it in there because ETH may go lower over the next 2 weeks and it may not be the bottom, but you're getting darn close. You're getting to the 90% rate, which is going to help you on the come up greatly. All right, this is how I've done it. I've done this 2 cycles now where I've turned 4,000 into over 100K easily and kept going. Okay, so we just need to know that, hey, it's wintertime, don't plant our seeds, extract. And I've got that 10,000 hours worth of knowledge up here that I'm not going to get FOMO'd in or suckered in or and I've even seen it because I've only done like 1 or 2 crypto 1 or 2 crypto videos, and I've already seen that camaraderie where if you're not in my coin, screw you. Those are the mentality. That is the groupthink. That is they're brainwashed. They're gonna go down with the ship and then blame the ship after it's sank. All right, you're sitting in the ship. There's a big hole in the ship. Abandoned ship. Get out of there. Put the little dinghy in the water and row to safety. And they're like, nope, we're going to rise again. This wasn't the bottom. We're going to keep going. They're out of season, but pretending to still be in season. Okay, and that's this coin will never die. This coin's got the community. Never to communities. Never. If you listen to one thing I say, don't get involved with the community. A community is a direct correlation with bullying. And that they're going to bully you right out of your knowledge. Stay in. We're going higher. Meanwhile, you're their exit liquidity, and they're selling on the side. While you're losing value, they're extracting it from you. This is cutthroat. It's business. It's money, it's finances. And normally you don't share this with your neighbor. If you have 2 hardware stores in the same town, they normally don't work together and say, we should be together as the hardware community. what's going to happen? One's going to go out of business and the other one's going to double. That's what's going to happen. That one went out, so therefore everyone's got to come to me and my profits went up. See, it's in your best interest is to stay away from that community, because one person may be on the just. You may be right. You may be like, let's be a good person. Let's get the money. But that doesn't mean that they're evil. There's that yin and yang. Their evil isn't going to go after the good. Evil isn't going to try to coerce the good to extract that little more out of them to draw them out of business. Okay? This is your investments. This is not your friendships. Separate those. That doesn't mean you can't be in friendship with people in crypto. I follow about 20 people and watch their videos daily in crypto on lots of genres. Lots of genres. I don't just follow one, and I don't follow 80 people from the same community, because I've got that tunnel vision then, and I don't see the seasons and where I'm at in the season. I got shorts on thinking it's going to be a nice day because the community told me it was. I step outside and it's January 15th and there's 3 inches of snow on the ground. Shouldn't have listened. Should have gone along with my own thought, my own rationale, my own what's it done in the past. We want to look at the almanac and follow the almanac. We're not going to plant our seeds until the Ides of March, because we've been in this game for a long time and we know we can plant them outside, even with a little cover over them, and there's not going to be that frost damage, and they're going to keep going. We know this. Don't plant your seeds in January, dude. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to the stories or the BS or the FOMO. They're sinking, they're drowning, and they want to take you down with them. They're the rat in the drain ditch that says, oh, please help me. And when you bend over, the rat pulls you in and drowns you and says, ha ha, come here, come get another sucker in here so I can pull you in, catch you off balance, and drown you. And as soon as there's enough bodies in here, I'm going to walk right out of this drain ditch and not drowned. I'm using you. It's what they're doing. They're using you. They're using feelings and emotions, and you got to look at this like Spock. I got no feelings. I don't care about that coin. I don't care about that. Bottom line, I'm investing, and I don't win following your advice. I only win if I have a plan, if I have it set up, if I follow through, and the seasons come in. Don't try to harvest in January. Seeds aren't even in the ground yet. Man, we have an alt season. My bag's going to 50x. My bag is going to 50x, and there's going to be a low. I'm drooling. There's going to be a low in 2027 where it does a final market retest and says we hit 45,000 last year. We went up to 120K. Everyone's bullish. Now we drop down almost to 50,000 again and market up. Or we're either going to get that low, we're going to get that 70% reduction in October, November, December, or we're going to get that 70% reduction next year at this time. Season over. We played it out. The leaves grew, they fell off, we raked them up, and we're ready for the next season. I hope I'm helping you out here. I hope I'm giving you a little insight. Why would you tell me this? Why not? Do you know that if I do a video giving you the correct truth, if I broke down date by date that in January it's going to be this. Okay, I see Ethereum getting cut in half and going to $800 to $1,200 on this run. I could go over every coin and tell you my prediction of the price. I could be completely 100% right about not only today's price, but future price and next year's price. 1% of you will listen to me. 1% of you will go in with conviction and say, that makes so much sense, I'm going to implement it and I'm going to win this cycle. Less than 1%. That's why I don't care. Tell people the truth. And they'll laugh at you, they'll mock you, and then in the end they'll be, he won. He won. I got suckered in. I got scammed in this community, wrote it down to zero, and he's living the good life. 98% of the people in crypto will pay the 2%. It's your choice to be that 2%. It's your choice to follow the seasons. It's your choice to say, I don't care what it is because I know where it's going. Meaning that we have to go down before we go up. So screw it if it goes to 120,000. Oh, goes to 130,000 right now. How many people are going to come back in this comment section and say, see, I told you so. Ha, you missed out. If that happens, I've cashed out in altcoins anyway, and I'm in the up, and I'm waiting for the next dip down so that I can buy back in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I won. I won either way. I won either way. I wrote it down a little to write it up a lot. That's all I got for you. That's 30 minutes. That should be enough. I hope I helped you out. Look at the charts. Watch videos. Get a broad. You should be going to YouTube and saying, I want 50% of the people I follow. I want to follow 10 people that are bullish, and I want to follow 10 people that are perma bears. And I'm not going to get on the path where I just watch the bullish and I just try to get hyped up. I'm going to look at both paths while I implement a plan to go into the market, both in stable coins and altcoins. I have my plan in. It may be I'm going to go in 0 to stable coins and I'm going to go 0 to Bitcoin because I think it's all going to be lower. That may be your plan. Your plan may be I'm going to go all in on Bitcoin and all in on alts because I'm going to write it out, Silvertooth. I'm going to write it out past that hump in 2017, past that hump in 2017. Write that down and write it up to here. And it doesn't matter because I bought here and I cashed out here so I didn't have to play the games. That's fine. You're going to get that 4X. You're going to have a good cycle. You're going to have a good season. I just don't have that opportunity. I have to 4X the 4X to get anywhere. So I have to play these games and play these seasons and play the alts hoping for that win. Alts. It's going to come back. Even if it dips down, it's not going to. It's been going sideways for a breakout. It's going to have a breakout before it, for sure. For sure. We can't go down 99% more in alts and have the alts survive. They only have, alt I am into only has 5 million trading for the day. If we go down 90%, it's 5,000, it's dead. It's over. It's over. Oh, well, I wasted $100. But I had the chance just to sit there and hold that, and we made it through the season, and it actually said, well, we're not going to let you die. Bitcoin will raise in price to raise you up, and then Bitcoin will fall in price so that you can fall a percentage more. We're going to even it out, and then we're going to have that rise in 2027 where we all go up. This is over, the final correction, and then into it. Strategy is to buy and hold. Buy right now and hold, and in 4 years from now, at the end of the cycle, you're probably going to be good. Probably going to be good. As long as there wasn't a pump in between, you're going to be good. Because Bitcoin will go from 30,000 up to 120,000 back to 30,000. And when you look at it on the outside view, you say, hey, you're right where you were 5 years ago, dummy. You made no money. The money was made in the taking out right here at the rise and buying back here at the low. We're following that market cycle. Because it'll go from 30,000 to 120,000 back to 30,000, but then it's going to go to 200,000. So you have your chance of riding those waves to the higher high, or you have the chance of it went up, I cashed out, it went down, I got back in, it went up, I cashed out. Playing the whole market to 10x your 10x. Way over time, 34, 33 on the